For months we've been hearing about the One inside of the Dark Aether, and during the gameplay trailer we finally got our first glimpse of the One. The One rules over all the factions inside of Black Ops Cold War Zombies and inside of the Dark Aether. He is the all-encompassing evil inside the Dark Aether. He rules over everything. He is the monarch inside of the Dark Aether. But we had no idea what the One looked like or what he would be. Now, as we know, Valentina has been talking with the One, thinking that it is her father, Ulrich Vogel, when really it's just the One basically trying to convince her to let him out of the Dark Aether, and her plan was to do that inside of Mauer Der Toten. And with the release of the gameplay trailer we just got on Thursday, we saw just that. Here's an intel of Valentina talking about the One and their plans to release him from the Dark Aether prior to Mauer Der Toten.
16th of August, 1984. Personal log. He visited me again tonight. As I slept, he appeared before me. He is but a shadow to me. So close yet so far. He told me to have faith. I must stay the course. There were recent developments last month that were unanticipated. He assured me that all was not lost. His plan, our plan, is still on schedule. He had new instructions for me. I will see that they are completed. We will be reunited. We will rise again. Our destiny is all but assured.
So Kravchenko talks about inside of the gameplay trailer that she is planning on releasing an army into the Berlin area, but it is not anything to help out Omega, it is for her own gain, thinking that she'll be releasing the German soldiers that her father had put into the Dark Aether at the end of World War II. However, she doesn't know that the soldiers are actually going to be zombies when she releases them. So inside the gameplay trailer for Mauer Der Toten, we hear Kravchenko telling the strike team that Valentina plans on releasing this new army.
Everything and everyone can be corrupted. Even those close to you. I doubt you realize what she has done. The traitor is somewhere in Berlin. Destroy her army, or your pilot will be bled dry.
Obviously, Kravchenko wants to be the number one power and basically own everything from the Dark Aether. But if this new army from the Dark Aether gets released, that's just another enemy that he has to fight along with Requiem. However, Kravchenko does want the One released from the Dark Aether. He wants the One out in the regular world so he can be the one to take him down, so he can fight him. Kravchenko wants to be the guy who takes down the strongest entity inside of the Dark Aether, so therefore he, in turn, basically rules the Dark Aether. During the gameplay trailer, we can see this Grim Reaper looking fella, and there's really good reason to believe that this is the One, because if the One is being released inside of Berlin, then it makes sense that, well, this is him. He's spooky looking, he's scary, and he looks like he has control over all these zombies during this ritual process. He is basically the one leading the zombies, he is in charge, so there is really good reason to believe that this is actually the one that we've been hearing all about. Now the question is this some sort of weird, like, Dr. Monty and Shadow Man, like, put together love child sort of thing? Honestly, I don't think so at this point. And while it's not 100% confirmed that this actually is the One, all signs do point to this being the One that we have heard so much about. So it'll be interesting to see how Valentina reacts when the One comes out of the Dark Aether and it's, well, not Ulrich Vogel, and all the zombies come out of the Aether and they're not an entire German army. And it turns out that her father was wrong about this plan all along. Now, whether they're just going to kill her and be done with it, or if Valentina is going to realize that she messed up and then try to make it right by helping in this some sort of weird apocalyptic state, it's really impossible to say. So it's very possible that the one ends up being the boss fight inside of Mauer Der Toten. I kind of don't think he would be, because it would be kind of lame, if, especially when the game's not over yet, if we just killed the one and we're done with him. But it is possible that at the end of Mauer Der Toten we have to fight the one, and either we take him out and send him back to the Dark Aether, or things get even worse, and that is how they start basically what will be leading up to the next Call of Duty Black Ops game. If the one continues to be the all-powerful being and the #1 enemy inside of the Dark Aether storyline, it would make sense for us to not fight the one as the boss fight inside of this map, Mauer Der Toten, but instead maybe see him spawn in some sort of new elder god that we have to fight inside of the Mauer Der Toten boss fight at the end of the Easter egg. And as for what is going on inside of Berlin, there are so many different moving pieces between Valentina, between Zykov, Kravchenko, Requiem, Omega, the director. There's so much going on. If you guys want to learn more about that, then go ahead and click on the video on the screen now. This will get you up to date on everything that's part of the storyline. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.